Rihanna's journey defies every expectation, breaking the rules and reshaping what it means to be a global icon. Born on February 20, 1988 in Bridgetown, Barbados, her path to superstardom began in a small two-bedroom home shared with her parents and siblings. Life wasn't easy. Her father battled addictions to alcohol and drugs, leading to a tumultuous and often violent household. Rihanna witnessed these struggles firsthand, describing her childhood as one filled with tension and instability. Chronic headaches plagued her for years, a symptom of the stress surrounding her parents' volatile relationship. Fridays were the worst, she once shared, as her father would come home drunk after payday, and the family would brace for what was to come. Despite the chaos, Rihanna found solace in music. Inspired by legends like Mariah Carey, Bob Marley, and Madonna, she immersed herself in their art, dreaming of a world far beyond the confines of her small island. At just 8 years old, she discovered her love for singing and set her sights on a future in music. She performed Hero by Mariah Carey at a school talent show, a moment that foreshadowed her future as a global superstar. Music wasn't just a passion, it was her escape, a light guiding her through the darkest moments of her youth. By the time her parents divorced in 2003, Rihanna was ready to step into a new chapter. At just 15 years old, she took an incredible leap of faith, leaving Barbados to pursue a music career in the United States. It wasn't just a dream, it was a risk most wouldn't dare take. Living in a new country, balancing high school with recording sessions, and adjusting to a completely different world. Rihanna's determination was unmatched. She stayed with Evan Rogers, the music producer who discovered her talent while vacationing in Barbados, and his wife, commuting between Barbados and the US to work on her music. It was a grueling schedule, but Rihanna never looked back. She knew this was her one shot to escape her circumstances and create a new life. Rihanna's first major breakthrough came during her audition for Jay-Z at Def Jam Records. It was a make-or-break moment for the young singer, and the pressure was immense. Rihanna was only 16 years old, standing before one of the most influential figures in music. Jay-Z had reservations. He knew that signing an artist too soon could lead to a short-lived career, especially with a single as catchy as Pon the Replay. He wanted more than a one-hit wonder. He was looking for a star who could stand the test of time. Despite his doubts, Rihanna's presence was undeniable. From the moment she walked into the room, she commanded attention, and her raw talent was impossible to ignore. Jay-Z later admitted that her audition left a lasting impression, not just because of her voice, but because of the confidence and energy she exuded. The deal was sealed that same night, with Jay-Z and his team working into the early hours to finalize her contract. It was an unconventional move, and Rihanna later joked about the intensity of the situation, calling it a sink or swim moment. But for her, there was no choice but to swim. With Pon de Replay, Rihanna quickly became a global sensation. The song, with its infectious Caribbean-inspired beat, was a massive hit, peaking at number 2 on the Billboard Hot 100. It was the perfect introduction to an artist who seamlessly blended her Barbadian roots with mainstream pop. Critics were impressed, fans were hooked, and the music industry had found its next big star. But this was only the beginning. Rihanna's debut album, Music of the Sun, showcased her ability to merge genres, blending dancehall, reggae, and pop into a sound uniquely her own. While some critics dismissed it as generic, others recognized its potential, and the album laid the foundation for what was to come. Tracks like If It's Lovin' That You Want highlighted her versatility, proving that she was more than a one-hit wonder. The album's success catapulted Rihanna into the spotlight, and she quickly began working on her follow-up, determined to prove that she wasn't just lucky, she was here to stay. Rihanna's second album, A Girl Like Me, arrived less than a year later and solidified her place as a rising star. The album showcased a more refined version of her signature sound, blending Caribbean influences with R&B and pop. Hits like SOS became instant chart toppers, with SOS marking her first #1 single on the Billboard Hot 100. The song's infectious beat, paired with Rihanna's confident delivery, proved she was more than capable of dominating the airwaves. But it was her third album, Good Girl Gone Bad, that truly transformed Rihanna into a global superstar. Released in 2007, the album marked a major turning point, not just in her music, but in her image. Gone was the innocent young singer from Barbados. In her place was a bold, edgy artist, ready to take risks and redefine herself. The album's lead single, Umbrella, became a cultural phenomenon. The song was everywhere, topping charts worldwide and earning Rihanna her first Grammy Award. With its catchy hook and unforgettable chorus, Umbrella became the defining track of her career, cementing her status as a pop icon. This era wasn't just about the music, it was about the evolution. Rihanna embraced a more daring aesthetic, from her short, asymmetrical haircut to her provocative stage presence. She was no longer just a singer. She was a fashion icon, a trendsetter whose influence extended far beyond the music industry. Good Girl Gone Bad wasn't just an album, it was a statement, a declaration that Rihanna was here to dominate and reinvent herself with every step. The album's success was unprecedented, with hits like Don't Stop the Music and Take a Bow showcasing her versatility and knack for creating songs that resonated with audiences around the globe. By the time she released the album's deluxe edition, featuring the smash hit Disturbia, Rihanna had firmly established herself as one of the biggest names in music. While her career was soaring, her personal life was about to take a dark and very public turn. At the height of her success, Rihanna's personal life took center stage in a way no one could have anticipated. Her relationship with fellow R&B star Chris Brown, which had once seemed like the perfect celebrity pairing, turned into a media frenzy following a shocking and deeply troubling incident. In February 2009, just before the Grammy Awards, news broke of an altercation between the couple that left Rihanna badly injured. The images of her bruised and battered face, leaked by tabloids, sent shockwaves around the world and ignited a national conversation about domestic violence. Chris Brown was arrested and later sentenced to probation, but the damage had already been done. For Rihanna, the ordeal was devastating. She later described it as one of the most challenging moments of her life, a period where she felt both victimized and scrutinized by the public. But rather than retreat, she chose to confront the situation head-on. In the months that followed, Rihanna transformed her pain into power, channeling her emotions into her fourth album, Rated R. Rated R was unlike anything she had released before. Dark, edgy, and unapologetically raw, the album explored themes of resilience, heartbreak, and survival. Songs like Russian Roulette and Hard revealed a more vulnerable yet defiant side of Rihanna, while Rude Boy offered a glimpse of her signature playful energy. Critics praised the album for its bold departure from her earlier work, and fans connected with its unfiltered honesty. While it didn't achieve the same commercial success as Good Girl Gone Bad, Rated R marked an important chapter in Rihanna's journey, a testament to her ability to rise above adversity and use her music as a form of healing. This period also saw Rihanna stepping into a new role as an advocate and role model. She became a symbol of strength for those who had experienced similar struggles, using her platform to raise awareness about domestic violence. It was a turning point, not just in her career, but in her identity as an artist and public figure. She wasn't just a pop star anymore. She was a survivor, a trailblazer, and a voice for those who felt unheard. With the release of Rated R, Rihanna proved she wasn't afraid to take risks, but she wasn't done evolving. Just a year later, she released Loud, an album that marked yet another reinvention. Bright, vibrant, and bursting with energy, Loud was a return to the upbeat pop and dancehall sounds that first catapulted Rihanna to fame. It was as if she stepped out of the shadows of her personal struggles and reemerged with a renewed sense of purpose and confidence. The album was a massive commercial success, producing 3 number-1 singles: Only Girl in the World, What's My Name featuring Drake, and S&M. Each track showcased a different side of Rihanna. Whether it was the euphoric energy of Only Girl, the flirtatious chemistry of What's My Name, or the unapologetic edge of S&M, Loud wasn't just an album, it was a declaration of resilience, a celebration of her ability to claim her narrative and thrive on her own terms. This era also saw Rihanna's fashion and style reach new heights. Known for her daring red hair and bold fashion choices, she became a cultural icon, inspiring countless trends and solidifying her status as a trendsetter. Everywhere she went, Rihanna was a force to be reckoned with. Whether on stage, in music videos, or on the red carpet, she was impossible to ignore. But the pace at which Rihanna was working was relentless. By 2011, she had released her sixth studio album, Talk That Talk, featuring yet another string of hits, including the chart-topping We Found Love. The song, produced by Calvin Harris, became one of the defining tracks of her career, dominating airwaves and earning critical acclaim for its euphoric anthemic sound. With Talk That Talk, Rihanna continued to push boundaries, blending genres and defying expectations. She wasn't just making music, she was shaping the culture. Despite her packed schedule, Rihanna managed to keep her performances electric and her image impeccable. Behind the scenes, though, the demands of superstardom were taking their toll. In interviews, she spoke candidly about the pressures of fame and the challenges of maintaining a grueling work ethic. But even as she navigated these challenges, Rihanna's star continued to rise, and her influence only grew stronger. As Rihanna's career soared, so did her ability to reinvent herself with each passing year. By 2012, she released her seventh album, Unapologetic, marking a new chapter in her artistry. The album featured some of her most iconic tracks, including Diamonds and Stay, both of which showcased a softer, more emotional side to her music. Diamonds, with its ethereal sound and empowering lyrics, became an anthem of self-love and resilience, while Stay offered a raw vulnerability that resonated deeply with fans. Unapologetic wasn't just a musical milestone, it was a personal one as well. Rihanna took risks with the album's themes and collaborations, exploring darker and more introspective territory. She also reconnected with Chris Brown during this time, which sparked intense public scrutiny. The two collaborated on a track titled Nobody's Business, a song that stirred controversy due to their tumultuous history. Rihanna remained steadfast in her decisions, asserting her independence and refusing to let public opinion dictate her choices. It was clear that, for Rihanna, her life and career were hers to navigate, no matter how controversial those choices might appear. Around this time, Rihanna began to branch out beyond music, cementing herself as a business mogul in the making. From her first perfume launch and brand partnerships with high-profile fashion houses, she was setting the stage for a legacy that extended far beyond the charts. Her ability to seamlessly blend music, fashion, and business positioned her as a multidimensional figure in the entertainment industry, a rarity in a world where many artists struggle to break out of their lanes. Despite her non-stop success, Rihanna took a step back from releasing new music after Unapologetic, leaving fans eager for what was next. But she wasn't idle. Behind the scenes, she was crafting a project that would redefine her artistic identity. In 2016, after 4 years of silence, she returned with Anti, an album that shattered expectations and cemented her status as a true innovator. Unlike her previous records, Anti was deeply personal, experimental, and unapologetically authentic. It was less about chasing hits and more about creating music that felt true to her. The lead single, Work, featuring Drake, dominated the charts, while tracks like Needed Me and Love on the Brain showcased Rihanna's versatility and depth as an artist. Anti wasn't just an album, it was a movement. Critics hailed it as her best work yet, and fans embraced it as a masterpiece that reflected Rihanna's growth and evolution. With Anti, she proved that she wasn't just a pop star. She was an artist in every sense of the word. After the release of Anti, Rihanna took a step back from the music scene, leaving fans wondering when or if she would return. But rather than fade into the background, Rihanna's influence only grew. She turned her attention to ventures that would redefine her legacy, proving that her talents extended far beyond the stage. The launch of Fenty Beauty in 2017 was nothing short of revolutionary. Unlike traditional celebrity beauty brands, Fenty was built on the foundation of inclusivity, offering a groundbreaking 40 shades of foundation that catered to every skin tone. It was a game changer in an industry that had long ignored diversity, and the brand's success was immediate and massive. Within weeks of its launch, Fenty Beauty had raked in millions of dollars in sales, earning praise not just for its high-quality products, but for its commitment to representation. Rihanna wasn't just lending her name to a brand. She was at the forefront, involved in every aspect of the business. Her authenticity resonated with customers, and Fenty quickly became one of the most successful beauty brands in the world. By 2021, Rihanna had officially become the wealthiest female musician, with her billion-dollar fortune largely attributed to her groundbreaking beauty empire. But Rihanna didn't stop there. She expanded into lingerie with Savage by Fenty, another brand that broke barriers with its focus on inclusivity. Featuring models of all sizes, genders, and backgrounds, Savage by Fenty redefined what it meant to feel sexy, proving once again that Rihanna was more than a musician. She was a cultural force. Her influence in fashion and beauty was undeniable, and her ability to anticipate trends and set new standards made her one of the most powerful figures in the industry. While fans continued to beg for new music, Rihanna remained focused on building her empire. She wasn't chasing chart success anymore. She was creating a legacy that transcended the entertainment industry. Her ventures were as much about empowerment as they were about success, with Rihanna consistently using her platform to amplify voices and celebrate diversity. Whether through her businesses, philanthropy, or advocacy, she was reshaping what it meant to be a global icon. And yet, despite her success in fashion and beauty, Rihanna's absence from music only fueled speculation about her next move. Would she release another album? Or had she said all she needed to say through her music? For Rihanna, the answer seems simple. She was following her own path, creating on her own terms, and refusing to be confined by the expectations of others.